top position, side control, mount, knee on belly. Nothing should feel better to him as I'm moving and I'm working my submissions, right? So it's bad, it's worse, it's worse, it's worse. Please submit me so I can be out of here, right? So that's the way I want to be thinking about this. If you relieve pressure, there's an opportunity for escape, right? So pressure, like you have to be grinding him into this mat, okay? So that by the time you're done, the submission is there for you, okay? So we're setting him up in a way that any option that he has or anything that he tries is only going to make things worse for him. Does that make sense to everybody? So initial setup is going to be for the X choke. So we're starting with a good mount position, smothering, smashing, putting our head in the right spot, getting his elbows up, just like we talked about a minute ago, and then getting my grip and start working the X choke. All right, the X choke's there, finish the X choke. Right, there's no reason for me to go anything else. Like if I go for this X choke, so I'm in here, I'm working, I'm off to the side, I've got my grip, and then I've got my cross collar grip here. I bring this around and he's focused on my hips, right? He's starting to get on my hips. I'm gonna go ahead and work and finish that X choke, right? But as soon as he starts defending now, so he brings his arms up, he's like, nope, I don't want to be X choked. Okay, now he's exposed his arm for me. So I'm using the X choke as a setup. Okay, so the first step of this, nothing changes with this cross grip here. So that stays the same. What I'm gonna do is get my leg up as high as I can under this arm over here. Okay, it's really, really important. Okay, because if I just go for the armbar now, what I'm gonna have to do is get all the way up, relieve all this pressure, and then now he's got an opportunity to escape. So I don't want to give him that timing, right? So I'm here, I'm heavy. Things are going badly for him. He starts defending the X choke. So take your hand, slide it out, and then come all the way up as high as you can. Okay, now a couple things about this position. Let's turn a little bit out. So I'm here. Take this hand, reach as far as you can out, slide this up, and then with this leg over here, I'm hooking onto his hip. So I'm holding onto him like this. Okay, so this is where I want to be. I want to be up as high as I can. Try to connect your knee to your knee to his head. Get your belt up as high as you can get it, and then stay hooked onto him here. Okay. All right. So that's the first step we're doing. We're going to break this up into little tiny steps. So I just want you to practice sliding up right now. Okay. My other leg, the one on the back, stays connected to his body. Okay. So back again. We'll set it up from here. So I'll go here, smothered. I come to here. I set my grip. He starts defending. I'm going to slide all the way up to here. Okay. Everybody see where I'm at? So my weight is here. It's not back here. Right, so you're going to take all of your base, you're going to slide it up as high as you can while twisting a little bit. Okay? So your targets are thigh to the back of the head, ankle hooked onto the hip, foot on this side hooked onto the side of his body. Is that clear to everybody? Okay, so that's all I want you to do. So set up your X choke, he defends, you slide. 1, 2, 3, go. Don't do that. So head over there. So instead of making yourself white, so I'm over here like this, he's in here like this. So instead of doing this, you see what I just did there? Gave him too much room, right? So I'm here, I'm smashing him. He starts to defend, he starts to think he's gonna roll me that way. I'm gonna slide up. See the difference there? You can hear Kyle going, like that's what I want, right? If he gets a moment to breathe, I've given him too much space. Okay, so it should feel like a rolling pin going all the way here, like a tube of toothpaste, just squeezing the toothpaste out of the top of his head. Okay, you like that, Stacy? Thought of that just now, just for you. Okay. So we're here working. All right. He starts moving his arm. I slide up to here. All right. So everything gets worse, not easier. This way a little bit. Okay. So what we need to do now is figure out how I'm going to move myself from this position to attacking the arm. All right, so watch this leg over here, my left leg. Okay, so right now I'm hooked over here, I'm going to straighten it out and I'm going to bring it under. So I want to start getting both legs now. Okay, so make sure that you're balanced, make sure that you're tight, and now I've got both arms controlled. Okay, notice where my weight is. It's all across his shoulder girdle. His shoulders are pinned still, right? Even though one shoulder's up, but I've got him pinned between my legs, and I'm driving. Right now I'm light on Kyle because I'm not trying to be a little bit nice, but I want all my weight sitting on top of it. All right, so I want to tighten this up. Spend time here getting this as tight as you can. Okay. The danger here is that he grabs now his arm and he starts defending. Okay, so as I'm coming up, I want to start grabbing this arm and hugging it. Okay, like this. Okay, once I'm here, I've got control of his head. You don't have control of his head, you don't have control of him. So I've got control of his head with my knee there, right? So I can let go of my grip here. Take your hand and grab his pants. Right, so now I'm stable, right? He's gonna be fighting, he's trying to get out, but now I'm pretty stable. So the way I'm gonna get my leg around now is by shifting my weight this way, okay? See how far up I am on his hand, by the way? I'm not here, because then he can bend it, right? So I wanna grab it up here. I'm gonna hold on to it, okay? Now watch, I'm gonna shift my weight as I bring this around. Okay, once I'm here, now I can sit back, squeeze my knees together, and finish. All right? So the important part, the important part there is the shifting of the weight, right? I'm kind of on my right side, right butt cheek, shift the weight to the left. Now this leg becomes light and I can walk it around. Okay, let's see it again. So we'll start here. Grips in, he starts to go, I drive up, it's really heavy. So I'm still here, right? Hooked onto the thigh. All right, start collecting this bottom arm. Start getting under here. Bring this under. Tighten it up. Right now I'm in an S, right? This is why it's called an S mount. Once I've got control of his head, let go. Grab the pants, start shifting your weight this way, walk it around, and then just sit and squeeze the knees and finish. Okay. The hard part's going to be that weight shift. So take your time with it. Make sure you're stable through the whole thing. All right? Any questions on that? Okay, let's try it. 1, 2, 3.